Hey guys, welcome back to Mommy with Purpose. It's me, 𝗬𝗲𝗳𝗃, to come and do part 4 to our series, How We Got Here Mama. We only have one more video left in this series, and if you're just starting here, please go back 3 videos to do the Mommy with Purpose checkpoint to see where you are. So throughout this series, you can begin to track your growth. I'm so glad that you clicked on this video and that you're here to learn and grow. And if you have not joined the Facebook group already, please go ahead and do so. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram. I do almost daily reels and encouraging content there, and my Instagram is mommywithpurpose_. So make sure you go check that out, and make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let's go ahead and get into today's topic: loss of focus. So what does focus mean? Focus is a particular attention to something. When you pay particular attention to something, when you have your eyes zoomed in on something, you're not distracted, you are determined, you are working on this, you're paying close attention to something. And so when you have loss of focus, that means that whatever you were focusing on before you became a mom, you're no longer paying attention to it, you're no longer being zoomed in on it, you're no longer being determined about it at all. And a lot of times, loss of focus is one of the greatest reasons that moms are not momming with purpose, because when we become moms, our entire focus, our entire attention and intention goes towards our children, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I was looking in my son's room the other day, and I was looking at how he has everything organized and in his little bins, and his room is always clean and always nice. But if you look at my room, it's nowhere near as good as his is. If I even gave myself 15% of the focus and the intent that I put on my son, my room would be completely perfectly organized. It'll be clean all the time. It may not be clean all the time, but at least would be organized and it will be functional. His room is all functional. It's got the Montessori, it's got all this stuff going on. His puzzles are organized. Everything's organized. And as moms, we always put our complete total focus on our husbands, our loved ones, our children. But what about us? What about you? You have completely lost focus of who you are and what you want to do. Your homework this week is for you to tell me, what was your focus before you were a mom? Was it becoming a mom? Was it working on a business? Was it climbing up the career ladder? What was your focus before you became a mom? Because God created you with a purpose, and being a mom is a part of that purpose. But there are so many other unique gifts and talents on the inside of you that you completely ignore and have lost focus of because you are now a mom. And that is what Mommy with Purpose is all about. I'm here to show you that you can focus on your kids, focus on your husband, but also you need to focus on yourself, and you need to focus on your purpose. So what I want to do is talk about a couple solutions to help you become aware that you lost focus. So here's a couple of examples. If you have not done anything that you love just for yourself in the past 6 months, you've lost focus. Lost focus of yourself and lost focus of the things that you are passionate about. And next week we're going to talk about loss of passion, but that is one telltale sign of loss of focus. 2, if you don't get dressed every day, you just stay in your pajamas all day taking care of the kids, and maybe it's 2 or 3 o'clock and you're just now realizing that you're getting dressed, you've lost your focus. And I think the greatest way to rediscover your purpose is to go back. Look at your vision boards from before you were a mom. Look at the things that sparked you. Look at the things that got you excited. And then I want you to start carving out time to work on those things and to get back into those things and to get back into focusing on yourself. As moms, it's so extremely hard for us to say no, and I need you to start saying no to certain things so that you can focus on yourself again, and so that you can focus on your purpose again. And I feel like we truly cannot mom with purpose until we know how to say no, and until we know how to get back to ourselves. This whole series is about how we lost ourselves in the first place. And self-pity and self-love, self-hatred and inferiority and lack of self-worth are all things that tie in to why we lost ourselves. But now that you know you lost yourself and you're aware of that, you need to figure out ways how to get your focus back. Now, first of all, You cannot focus on yourself and your passion if you don't have any focus on God. You need to first of all make time to focus on God, because your relationship with God will fuel you and give you the energy and the strategy you need to focus on yourself and on your purpose. So step one, make time to focus on God. If it's a sacrifice, if your kiddos wake up at 7 and you need to wake up at 6:30 to get time to focus on God, because He needs to be the center of your focus. And once He's the center of your focus and you're back in sync with Him, then He will help you to align everything else into perfect alignment and order. So that's the first thing I would say. Second thing I would say is to go and look back. Once you start looking back at those vision boards, looking back at your journals, the things that you wrote, the goals that you wrote, you need to refocus on those goals and bring those goals to the Lord and say, hey God, this is my goals before I was a mom. This is my pre-mom goals. What does that look like now as a mom? Ask the Lord for insight and instruction on what that looks like for you now that you are a mom. That's what I had to do. That's how Mama with Purpose was completely birthed, because I was at my mom's conference and I was hearing messages and I was like, okay, this is so good. And I had just been hearing everybody else talking about how, you know, God was showing them their purpose, and I feel like I completely lost my focus. My focus has always been missions. My focus has always been helping people. And I just was like, God, what am I supposed to be focusing on other than being a mom? What am I supposed to be focusing my time, my energy, my money, my investments on? And I could not figure it out. And I have to give a shout out to my friend Nicole. We were sharing rooms for my mom's conference, and she said, you need to go to the Lord with the vision that you got when you were 16 years old. Because for me, I've always had vision. I've always been a woman of vision. And so I got a vision for my life when I was 16 years old, and I've lived out a lot of that vision, but it's not complete. And so she told me, take that vision that God gave you when you were 16 to the Lord and say, God, what does this 16-year-old vision look like for 31-year-old Ebony? What does it look like for Ebony as a mom and a wife? What does that look like for Ebony as a worship leader now? Now, take the vision that God originally gave you and bring it back to Him and ask Him to show you what that looks like for you now. And now, you can see some of the things have not been revealed yet, but He showed me that Mommy with Purpose is my mission field right now, and that's what I'm pouring my energy into, and now I'm focused on it. But I'm going to keep pouring into that and keep making time for that, because that is what God refocused me to in this season. And your focus may be different by the season. Is what I really need you to do is I need you to bring whatever goals you had before you were a mom, whatever vision you had before you were a mom, bring it to the Lord and ask Him, what does that look like for me now? And really take time away to do it. If you need to take a weekend away, get a hotel room. If you need to go bring the kids to your mom and go sit at a park, take the time to get your focus. Because you don't want to just be like, oh, okay, I'm going to take 30 minutes out of the day to focus on something. Like, you don't want to just focus on anything. You need to know what your purpose and your goal is so that you can get your focus, so that you can hone in on that thing and focus on it and make time for it and make it a priority. So once you have that, then I want you to start blocking out time for it. Time blocks are critical. So these are going to be called your purpose blocks. You're going to block time out for it every week. And you may not be able to do it every day. It may be every week on Saturday. You let your son and your husband go for a walk and you get an hour or two to yourself to focus on it, and then you batch create whatever you need to create and then put it out and schedule it for the week. But you cannot get into the technical part of how to refocus and how to get back and focus unless you get your focus back with God, unless you go back to those old dreams, go back to those old vision boards, go back to those old goals and bring them to the Lord, ask Him what it looks like for you as a mom. And then once you have that, then you can go ahead and start blocking out time for it and prioritizing it. So those are the 3 keys I believe will really help you to get your focus back and start to focus on yourself again. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful. I love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment too. Okay, love you. Bye.